It's you talk, baby.
You Talk family, I want you to welcome to the stage one of my favorites of all time. We love him. We support him. You Talk family, give it up for Mr. Randy Watson. You Talk family. Just want to celebrate with me tonight, You Talk family. Let's go. Everyone can see we're together as we walk on by. And we tight just like birds of a feather. I won't tell no lie. All of the people around here, they say, can they be that close? Just let me state for the record, we're giving love in a family dose. Ooh, we are family. Come on, Utah family. You got to get hyped up for Mario Crystal Ball. We here tonight. We are family. Come on, Utah. I got sexual chocolate with me. Come on, Utah. We are family. I got the Utah family with me. All right, y'all. Now, let's get back to the regular scheduled program. Utah family, man, how y'all doing tonight, man? Let's get into it, man. I just thought we're starting off a little different tonight, man. How can you not be excited about what you see? How can you not be excited? Chris Malone, what's going on? I see you. Coke Dog, what's up, boy? You got to be excited. Josh Ayers, you got to be excited about what you're seeing. Mario, we want to see these bite, Mario. We want them bite. We want to see these bite. You got to be excited, Coke Dog, by what you're seeing. I'm just saying. Do you guys think? Well, look, man, before we even get into it, y'all, we're going to have some people joining us tonight. Larry Frank is on his way. We got George Diaz. He's going to be on his way. And we're going to talk about this tonight, y'all. This is exciting, y'all. This is exciting. I haven't been this hyped. You know, I was ready for this past season to get started, y'all. But now I am ready, y'all. Utah family, I know y'all got to be ready, Coke Dog. Y'all boys got to be. JB Destins. But no, what's going on, man? What it do? Josh Ayers, are you guys excited, man, about what Mario is doing while he's done been at the University of Miami? This is a little bit of time. We're going to talk about it. But first, you know I got to give a first shout out of the night to that super producer, Mr. King Judge. KJ Production in the building. I say, King Judge, what's going on, big dog? How you doing, brother? How you doing tonight? Shout out to everybody, man. I hope everybody's had a great week. Shout out to all of our people, man. All of our people, the Utah family. Love all of you guys, man. We finna talk about it tonight, man. And also, man, shout out to my homeboy, Mr. Chris Flanagan, man, over at Avalon Restoration. They do a great job, man, roofing. Did my roof, man. I had a pipe in the wall to burst, man. Came over, man. They took care of everything, man. So shout out to Chris Flanagan over at Avalon. That's my guy, man. So wanted to tell you guys to support his business, man. I love him to death, man. This is my homeboy, man. Avalon Restoration. So let's get into it. Listen, man. Like I said, Coke Dog, I'm just saying, Mario, can you bring these back to the U? Can you bring them back? Shout out to Ricky Dorn. Cuban Kane, what's going on? I see you, brother. Can Mario bring these back to the U? I'm loving what I'm seeing, y'all. I'm loving it. And it's y'all show tonight. Like I said, Larry Frank and George Diaz, they're going to be joining us pretty soon. So I want you guys, if you want to call up and you want to talk about what you saw this week with all of these recruits that Mario is signing and the early signing period, man, y'all want to talk about, man, what you see. I see you, BNH 1975. How you doing, brother? Chris Malone, all of the Utah family, man. My boy Coke Dog in the building. Coke Dog, what's up, boy? Everybody, man, let's talk about it, man. Let's start off by I think the most important get to me, now this is just my opinion. Y'all know I've been talking about the like of skill that we've had at the linebacker position. And with the signing of Wesley Basaint, Jeffrey O'Neal, what's going on, brother? How you doing, man? Mario has did his thing, has did more recruiting in 2 weeks than Manny did in 3. Boy, that is so true. And y'all, I'm finna start running y'all chats down on the screen, man. That's so true, Jeffrey, man. Mario got off the plane, feet hit the ground, and Mario went straight to work. How can you not like it? How can you not like it? And you guys, I'm going to flash the number across the screen. Like I said, Larry Frank and George Diaz, they're going to come on around 8:20, 8:30, and I'm going to let them get their take as well. And if you guys want to start calling in, you can feel free. And I just want you guys to vent. Like I said, it's the People Show. We on tonight. It's a Friday night, man. It's Utah, baby. Y'all already know how we do it.
It's Utah, baby.
But like I was saying, I just thought that the most important get that we got in this situation was Bassane. I love that. I love the fact that we finally got some talent at linebacker, and hopefully it'll be more to follow suit. I just think that was that was the most important get. I mean, I've seen this kid, not highlight tape, but I've seen his games, and this dude is special. I'm telling you guys, Wesley Bassane is special, and I just like his attitude. I like the fact that his football IQ is through the roof. Um, he kind of reminds me, and it's just me. I had a favorite player from Alabama, and it was Rolando Mclean, the inside linebacker. He's not 6'6" like Rolando was, but I mean he plays the game the same way. Fearless, man. I mean his instinct, man. He got great instinct. He's a great player. We got a great player coming to the University of Miami in Wesley Bassane. Loved that signing, you guys. Loved it. Wesley, man. Also, man, the guy that signed yesterday, the defensive tackle. The defensive tackle, Najee Kelly, down there out of Dillard. I mean, I would have never guessed that. I thought I didn't think that he was coming. Me and Larry, Frank, and George, we were having a conversation about that. And I didn't think that we were going to get him, but he came. And I'm glad that he did. And you're seeing other kids that's following suit. It's going to be interesting to see, man, how many more of these guys is going to come to the University of Miami. Mario, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you, Mario Cristobal. Thank you. Putting in the work already. Just got to the school, you guys, and making an impact. You got to love it. Ken Dom, what's going on? What's up, Ken? How you doing, Ken Durham? What it do? What it do, brother? How you doing tonight? Cuban Kane. Told you Mistake Manny was trying to sabotage the class. It sure seemed like it, Cuban. It does. Chris Malone, what you say? A lot of people were saying Wesley Bassane was actually better than Terrence Lewis. I'll tell you one thing, man. You know, that's the guy that I wanted, Chris. You know, if you've been watching the show, I've been talking about him for the longest. Just the fact of just getting that type of talent at the linebacker position, we desperately needed it. Hey, what's up, Derek? How you doing, brother? Derek Alpha, what it do? What's going on, big dog? Thank you for joining the show. And like I say, I just thought that we needed more talent at that position. And it got filled, started with him. Now, you know, I thought too, the other big signing, you know, at cornerback, they loaded up at cornerback, man, with Markeith Williams, you got Chris Graves. These guys, man, these are quality players, man. I mean, I like all of these guys. There's not one guy that I don't like. And then I'm hearing today, man, somebody just texted me and told me there's a young man that's transferring from USC. I think he's a D lineman. I think he was a 3-star. If any one of you guys know his name, feel free to tell me who that was, man. I think his name, what was his name? They told me about this guy. I think his name was Jacob Lichtenstein, defensive tackle, transferring from USC. DJ, I see you, boy. DJ, it done been a minute. It's about time for you to call up here, too. I ain't heard from you in a while, man. That number on the screen. You guys can come on and call up if you like to, man. Like I said, I'm going to bring Larry Frank Jr., and I'm going to bring George Diaz in a second. They'll be coming in around 8:20, 8:30-ish. Danielle Carroll, what it do? Okay, there go George, y'all. George said he's going to check in with us around in 20 minutes. So George will give y'all the updates on all the recruiting stuff, him and Larry Frank, on what's been going on, man. But I tell you, man, I thank God for Mario Cristobal. And for you guys that well, everybody that was saying that, you know, we wasn't going to be able to get him, we couldn't afford him, he's here. He's here. And we got our first caller of the night. Let's turn it over to the fans. It's Utah. Caller, state your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, I can speak to Mike.
Mike who?
Mike Lowry.
Mike Lowry. I think you got the. What's going on, man? How you doing?
What's going on, homie? What's
Man,
the It's been a minute, man.
Man, what's going on, man? I know it's been a good little minute, man. Where you been at?
Man, your boy DJ in the building. They don't just call me DJ for nothing. I be out DJing. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. What's up, DJ?
Hey, I'm on the road right now. I'm about to head to a club and DJ tonight, man. So, hey.
That's like, what's up.
Hey, but see, the thing is, I've been feeling so good lately, I ain't even really got to say too much.
DJ, we can just sit back and let it play out, ain't it? We can just sit back and let it play out, ain't it, DJ?
Hey, let me tell you why. Because the past couple of years, I've been saying this stuff about 10, 15 years now. You get what you pay for. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You put that money up there, you ante up, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get results. And guess what we've been getting? Man, in 2 weeks, we have gotten results.
Preach.
Just those 2 recruits alone that flipped and came. Preach. And we don't even got no OC or DC. That tells you something right there. That tells you something, man. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I'm just sitting back and enjoying the party.
Preach.
I'm even sound I'm sound goddamn crystal ball name when I'm out DJing on the mic. I don't know what hey, I want to give a shout out to my dog Crystal Ball.
Hey, why not? But I'm telling you, man, I think he got a smile on everybody's face, man. DJ, let me ask you a question. Do you think we get these type of players with the former coaching staff there, DJ?
Man, are you really asking me this question?
I had to,
DJ,
really because, bro, I want to hear from you, bro. I want to hear from you.
Okay, I'll just put it like this. Okay, we just flipped Skinner, right?
Right.
And then we got Kelly from where he was going. And then we probably gonna get Flo. We probably gonna get Shamar. And then the wide receiver, the 5-star wide receiver, I forget his name, not Watson or something like that. But I tell you this. Hell no.
You talking about Frank Lasson from Clemson? Talking about transferring from Clemson?
No, and that's a bonus. I'm talking about the cat that's in high school, and when he had so much interest, and it got to he signed, but he's not gonna announce it to signing day. Dang, what's that boy name, man?
Anybody know who DJ talking about, man? Put his name. Coleman. B&H 95.
Yeah, Coleman. He's a 5-star wide receiver. They took his star away once the crystal ball went to Miami. And they took his 5-star away and took him to 4-star. You know how they do us. When cats come to us, they take a star down. You know what I'm saying? So what it is it's like, man, no, we wouldn't have got these cats. These cats, big time cats, they don't come to no mediocre coaching, man. They looking at their careers. They looking at everything. Even when Buddy went to Jackson State, that Dion guy.
Yeah,
he's not going to Jackson State he's not going to Jackson State just for Jackson State. He's going to Jackson State to get up under and get coached by one of the best cornerbacks ever in college and the NFL football. That's what he's doing.
Say it, DJ. Say it.
It's like, man, y'all better jump on board and let's ride. No, we wouldn't have got these players, man. We wouldn't have got none of these damn players.
Say it.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, Manny recruited some and some committed. But I can guarantee you, once we lost a couple of those games, those players were going to flip on signing day. The ones that Mario wanted to keep. Because if you look at the class that we did have, you see people dropped off. They ain't just drop off. Mario weeded them boys out. They are not Miami caliber. And you know what Mario doing right now? You know why we so happy? Because we getting these players that are top dogs after signing day. We're not just trying to fill up a class just because our class is filled with a bunch of 3-stars or a bunch of 2-stars or a bunch of just cats that need to be developed, knowing damn well Manny and none of them other cats could develop.
Preach, DJ.
So we're not just filling up the class with no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We taking dog. We taking dog. I'm talking about dog. They taking pictures. They got their gold teeth back in there. Like, we got the dogs back. we got the goons back, man.
It's you talk, baby.
Stop playing with them, man. We got the goons back in the building.
Look at Chris Malone. Hey, DJ, Chris Malone just say no more 3 stars, boy. That's right, Chris Malone.
No, all these cats talking about stars and stars don't matter. They know them. Yes, the fuck they do.
When it's the high caliber players. Yes.
And the dude, I can guarantee you this. The dude that Mario just got from USC, that D lineman, Mario wouldn't have got him if he didn't have production at USC. Man, he coming off 4 sacks, 17 tackles for loss. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, come on over here. We need it on our line. Our D line. Let me tell you, our quarterback room got better because Tyrek King was a leader. No, he wasn't that type of quarterback. No, but he showed our quarterback room how to lead. And guess what? When you get leaders in these other positions, guess what's gonna happen? That shit gonna trickle down to everybody.
Come on.
Just like the D line. Yeah, we done had D linemen that went like first, second, third round. But guess what? There wasn't no leaders on the D line. So that's why the D line wasn't dominant like that. Mario ain't playing with these cats, man. Now you get to actually see real ass coaching, a real program, not just a team. Anybody can have a team. Mario building the program, man. He didn't even get out his damn drawers before he was talking to people on camp. He still got the same shit stains in his drawers out there recruiting.
Come on with it. Come on, DJ.
Like, come on, man. Like, stop playing with it.
Come on.
And that's the reason why I hadn't said nothing. I don't think I said nothing since Michigan State game when I told you what was going to happen?
Signal.
I let y'all know the same movie that was going to happen, and I ain't say nothing since. Yeah, I came on about one time. But no, until they got rid of Manny, I didn't even want to say shit. I was like, get rid of this motherfucker now. Now, today, before I have to go snatch his ass up.
So let me ask you this, DJ. Let me ask you this, man. Out of all of the guys that signed in the early signing period, who do you think was the one that we really, really needed? Who are you most excited about?
Everybody got like a couple of those D-linemen and the linebackers. You know who I got? Because he got that dog in it. You know who I'm very much intrigued about.
Who that?
The quarterback, bro.
The quarterback, Jakuri?
He's different.
Daryl.
He's different. He's like a Marcus Vick type different. You know, not Michael Vick, but like a Marcus Vick. Like he's that type of player, like a Tyrod Taylor. You remember them Big Tech days back in the day? That's how he is. He creates plays. He creates, and he's not a small dude. Like Nkosi, when he was recruited, even the time that he left, he was still a skinny dude.
Yeah.
Corey, no, he got muscle. He can handle all that, man.
Yeah, he definitely looked the part right now. You're right. He definitely, he does.
And he has a dog mentality. He ain't coming in talking like no bitch. Like, you ever heard him talk? Like this cat, and plus, man, his daddy, man, his daddy groomed him, man. I forgot, dang, what's his daddy name, man? Big time cat. He was a QB. I forgot his name, man. Like usually when I'm going to DJ or whatever, I clear my mind of everything. But god dang, I'm talking.
DJ, you hype, man. You hype, DJ. You hype. You like what's going on. You like what's going on, bro.
Man, I love it. You just don't understand how long it has been in the making. Like, they don't even have to touch the football field right now yet. I know what's finna happen. I haven't had this feeling in 20 years.
I said the same
I'm 40 years old. I seen it when it was done right.
Yes.
I know when it's done right.
Yes.
20 years,
Yes.
and I'm marking my word. I'm banking on it. No. We finna win big in the next 2 to 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say big, we finna win big. And when I say win big, I don't just mean win big games and nothing like that. Mario Cristobal is gonna be the one to make Nick Saban retire with his 70-some-year-old ass.
Say it. Say it. Come on.
It's you talk, baby.
I see it, man. Like, I see it. You think Nick, like what happened today, and people talk about, oh, it's just one recruit. That doesn't happen at Alabama, man.
No.
If they flip somewhere, they'll flip somewhere that just won, and that's like a Clemson or
Clemson,
Georgia,
or Ohio State or something like that. Yeah.
They ain't flipping like that to Miami.
Right.
In 20 years. Like, come on, man. Like, I know what's finna happen. I know what's finna happen. And the way Mario doing it, no, Mario don't give a fuck about what nobody else saying about the fans. Oh, we need to hurry up and get an OCDC. Man, let that man do whatever he's doing on his time because he's taking his time, unlike the previous coaches that we had, rushing and ain't do a damn thing. He's taking his time. Let that man be patient because I can guarantee you, people probably weren't all excited about the signing day yesterday because we only signed about 7 players and 8 today. Guess what's about to happen? And I'm gonna go ahead and let you know in on a couple of secrets. Miami finna jump because we were number 60 last week. Miami gonna be in the top 25 recruiting class by February, the real signing day.
Ooh, that's a big jump. That's a big jump. But I hear you, DJ.
Check this out. And it's on video, so you can play it back and throw it in my face if you want to, if it doesn't happen. But guess what? It's going to happen.
Thank you for the dono.
I know it's going to happen. Mark my word.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Let me ask you this, DJ. But since you making big, large predictions, man, and you my guy, make a prediction, man. When the next time I'm going to see a championship, man? How many years is it going to take us to get that chip back, man? Talk to me. What you predicting?
That's a hard one.
Just give me a prediction, bro. Make me feel good. Make me feel good, DJ. Give me a prediction.
I'm gonna get 3-4 years.
I say 3. I say 3.
I say 3. I only reason I say 3 or 4 because when especially when you get coordinators and stuff like that, and Mario is not a coordinator type guy. Mm-hmm. When they have good seasons, they leave for bigger jobs. So we have to get that. We have to build the team first. Yeah, we have talent on the team right now, but this is not the talent that's going to take us all the way.
Okay.
The talent that's going to take us all the way starts. That class basically going to start really now. This class.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just being truthful about it, because yeah, we got talent, but if our talent, I don't give a fuck what coaches we got. What we got on Miami team right now is not going to take us to the promised land. You know what I'm saying? Like, have you seen those boys compared to us? If they stand, even just standing next to us, man, I seen them Bama boys and them Georgia boys.
Mm-hmm.
It's nowhere near. Like, it takes years to build them boys up like that. And when I say years, but that's why I say about 3-4 years. Because one thing about Miami comes quick. We are different than any other university. You know what I'm saying? Once we have the real talent, see, we got talent, but we got talent that's just on the team. But to be truthful, they don't all fit with each other like that.
But
I'm gonna just be truthful. I don't mean to down the room and nothing, but they don't fit together, like play together like that. Yeah, we get stats and shit like that. It look good. Yeah, it look good against Duke, Pittsburgh, NC State, all that. Yeah, it looked good. Cool. Wow. But one thing you got to understand about those boys that's there right now that was really balling this year, they weren't. Most of them weren't true freshmen. They were sophomores. And if they go have a good year next year, they're gonna leave. That's why I say truthfully, it's gonna be like 3-4 years down the line for a championship. But I can say I can probably bank on this 2 years before playoffs.
Okay.
And it's gonna take a playoff ass whipping to get Mario to be like, okay, I know what I need now. Because teams that we play, like during the season, it's going to give them a kind of false facade. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, and when I say a false facade, yeah, we can go off winning those games, but it's not going to give the real of what top dogs feel like. Because you can't even get that from Clemson this year when we play them. Because they lost offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, their quarterback ain't what they used to be. Like, their team, like, it's going to disarray. So we really not going to see that until I need us to get to the playoffs. And when we hit that playoff, we're going to lose, but we're going to get that feeling of it. And after that, Miami going to take the fuck over.
That's what's up. Well, DJ, man, listen here, man. I got to get out of here. I got the panel waiting to get in, man. So I appreciate you like always, man. Let's give my boy a round of applause, man. DJ in the building, man. I got these guys I'm about to bring in, man. DJ, man, sign off, man. Tell everybody what it is, DJ, man.
Man, love y'all, man. Utah, man. Y'all share, like, subscribe, man. These are the boys. This is the doggone show. Y'all bring everybody here, man. I love these guys, man. These guys, hey, they the truth. They the truth, and they let you get your shit off.
That's what's up. That's what it is.
Bring it in, man. Love y'all, man. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing. I'm gonna go rock this crowd and continue to shout out Cristobal when people don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
All right, DJ. Love you, boy. You be safe, man.
All right, what's up, man?
All right, take care, bro. All right. All right, man. Y'all know how I like to do it, man. Y'all know I like to bring my guys in. Y'all know how I like to do it, man. You know, I'm gonna bring my boy in first, man. I see both of them back there in the chat, boy. They looking right too, y'all. So let me bring the first. Larry Frank already smiling. I'm peeking at him back there in the back room, y'all. Let me bring him on in, man. Y'all know my guy. The man from Louisiana. My co-host. Larry Frank Jr. Let's bring him on in the building. Larry Frank, what it do? Big dog. Y'all welcome into the show.
Thank you.
Larry Frank Jr. in the building, man. Y'all know I'm finna bring our other brothers in. Well, we got the game face on too, Larry Frank. If you see it right now, y'all. If y'all see it right now, we got the game face on, man. Coming on in right now is the man that breaks all of the news for you, Tom. Come on, my player partner, Mr. George Diaz. Let's bring him on in right now. Utah family, let's welcome George Diaz.
What up?
George! Man, my family, man. So look here, man. Without further ado, I got my boys in the building. Larry Frank Jr. How you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing good, man. It was a wild week. I tell you that, man. It was a wild week, man. Lots of surprises, but man, it's Friday, man. Let's get to it. It's the weekend. Let's go.
George Diaz, how you doing tonight, brother?
I'm doing great, bud. How about yourself? What's up, you
That's
fam?
That's what's up. Larry Frank, man. I'm finna let you get off, man. Go ahead and do your thing, brother. It's on you.
Man, where do I start? I haven't been this excited for signings. I haven't been this excited for the direction of a program in a minute. I mean, we done had, in recent years, we've been happy. We've liked what we've seen. We've seen shades of things that look like it can go in another direction. But, like, you could really feel it. Like, you could really feel the momentum turning. You could really feel like the culture is being reestablished. You can see it. Man, look, I was up there just looking, at the signings. I talked with George a couple of times. Cuban, the undercover Bulls fan who's always texting me. He texts me more about Chicago than he do about the Miami Heat. I don't know what his thing is. He want to be down, but man, I just looked at all of these signings, and I looked at the surprise signings, and I'm feeling good, man. And like I say, Mario's going to work that portal. The fact that he was able to, the positions of need the most was cornerback, linebacker, and offensive line. Like I said, cornerback, you took care of that. Linebacker, you got some more you got to get. But we did get Wesley Bassant. That was the dude we needed to get. That was the dude we needed to sign because that is our future. That's who you build around. I like him, pairing him up with Keontra Smith. And then if you could bring a T2 up in here, you all of a sudden go from, we talked about this, all three of us, you go from a shaky linebacker core for what you had last year to all of a sudden an extremely solid linebacking core. The DBs, man, like I said, man, the cornerbacks that you're bringing in here, especially with the transfer corner that's going to be coming in from Alabama, you pair him up on the other side with Stevenson, and then you got these young guys you just signed, put all of them with the safeties that we had from last year. Now you got a no-fly zone. You know what I'm saying?
Preach.
And now you getting Nigel Lee Kelly. You got the defensive end transfer from USC. That's upperclassmen coming in. That's experience coming in. And you put that with Chance Williams. You got that with Leonard Taylor. I mean, all of a sudden now you're putting together a defense that you can build around, that you can set the foundation for the future. So now all you need is good coaching to go with the dogs that you're putting on defense. And guess what? It's all starting to take shape. Shamar Stewart's still out there. Chances are pretty good, looking real good with Shamar Stewart coming in there. And you got a whole bunch of transfers. And for the people that's like, what's up, Brother Jay? How you doing? And for the people that's like, well, why he ain't signing no offensive lineman? Man, just wait. That's what we got 6 more weeks for. Just wait. You got a whole bunch of linemen out there. People are stuck on, okay, you got to get these guys out of high school. Listen, when we lost the dude to Texas, I was kind of down, but then it dawned on me. We were competing against money. An 18-year-old that's going to get $50,000, I forgot what they call it out there, the pancake something, whatever they call it. It's hard to compete against that. It's cool. It's cool. You have transfer linemen that you're going to get. You have, I still say you got some of the high school guys that's in play. We'll see what happens in February. Just let Mario do his thing, man. The first 2 weeks on the job to be hitting like this, man, I'm just loving it. So, what's up, George? I'm going to let you have it. I'll talk all night.
Hey, you can talk
George,
all night, baby. You were hitting everything on the head. Let's go.
Talk to us, man. Like, what are your
George.
thoughts, man? What are your thoughts on all of the early signings, man? Talk to us. You called a lot of this stuff. What's up?
I love it. I absolutely love it. We got 8 signed, 9 signed now. 9 with Jaleel Skinner. Out of 9, you got 2 3-stars. You got 6 4-stars, and you got a 5-star who flipped from Bama. So I don't know anybody who can complain about that, especially that he had 4 days. We kept saying 8, but remember, once Friday hit, he could not. It was it's downtime, so he couldn't recruit after that. The kids were here on the weekend, so let me not say that. The kids were here on the weekend, but once Sunday was over, Monday, Tuesday, no contact with any kids. It was a closed period, so in 4 or 5 days, what that man did was phenomenal. So for all the fans out there that say he's Manny Diaz 2.0 and that he wasn't recruiting and all he was getting was Manny's guys that were coming, well, you were wrong. Don't get impatient, baby. Just keep watching and waiting, and you guys are gonna have to eat your words eventually. Or you could go follow another team. That's fine. Go follow Manny to Penn State if you want.
What y'all think about Cyrus Moss? Y'all think that Cyrus Moss is coming to Miami, the other defensive end?
Yes,
talented big defensive end?
I think he's coming, and I think we're not going to get is it Shamar, his name?
Shamar
Stewart, yeah. I think he ends up going to Texas A&M, but I think we end up with Cyrus Moss.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cyrus is
given. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Frank.
No, I was just gonna say Cyrus is giving those signals like he's pretty much gonna lean our way. So yeah, I think we get him as well. Go ahead, you good?
Yeah.
Who was your biggest surprise, George?
I'm gonna have to say it was Skinner.
Skinner?
Yeah. Because Nigel Lee Kelly, once Mario got the job and the next day he flew out to go see him. Oh, actually, he flew out he went to in-house visit the same day. The same day he had that news conference that he went to in the suit to Central. He went and he had an in-home visit with Kelly, and he also had it with Earl Little Jr. It was back to back, same night, same suit. So I was hearing rumors and reports that right after that in-house meeting, he had won him over. So I kind of already knew he was coming. So yeah, it was a little bit of a shock, but I expected him to sign with us. Now Skinner, me and Frank talked about this earlier today. I know he chose Bama, and yeah, he's 5-star that we flipped from Bama. But name me the last tight end in the NFL that played for Alabama that's any good. So I don't see why as a 5-star elite tight end you're going to want to pick Alabama over tight end you know what I'm saying? So, but it was still a shock to me. To me, it's a huge recruit. You pair this guy with Arroyo, you got some two big men in the middle of that football field.
Who was who would you say was the player that you feel like was mostly needed in the class so far that they signed? What was that, Thursday? Yesterday?
Wesley.
Or Wednesday?
For me, it was Wesley.
Yeah, it was Basaint because you were hurting that linebacker.
Yeah.
You had to have him.
Had to have him.
What about you, Frank? Would you say it's Basaint as well?
Absolutely, yeah. That's the guy that we had to get because the linebacking core is just so. I hate to say it like this, but it was so average. You know, now you can attribute that to lack of coaching. I think they have the talent that if you get the right guy in here to coach, they can get better. Look, listen, Keontra Smith is definitely a stud. He could be molded into a stud. He's got the attributes. You can see from his play and what he did on the field before he got hurt. But, you know, Corey Flagg and Austin Cave, those guys, I think they don't have it right now. Not saying they can't get it, not saying they don't possess it, but to me it's too much of an undertaking to try to get it out of them. When you can go get a guy like Basaint who's coming out of high school and he has that it factor. You know, you start talking Miami linebackers, you haven't seen since El Presidente, since Denzel Perryman, Sean Spence, you know, guys like that, you know. I mean, and don't even get me started going back to Beeson and Vilma and Dan Morgan and them, you know. So it was very important to get him above everybody else because cornerbacks you can get. This was a weak class for linebackers as a whole. This linebacker class was not that great for 2022. So Basaint for Miami was probably the best signing out of all of them that they can get. So yeah, definitely, I'm going with Basaint.
Okay. George, question for you, man. Did you see this coming? Did you see Mario signing these guys like this, man, with him just arriving to Miami? Did you see this? I didn't. I can honestly say I didn't think it would be like this.
I mean, I'm not shocked. If you go back to our show when we hired Manny, I said that was one of the first things I said, that this guy is a top 5 recruiter, and this is why he's going to make a difference at the University of Miami. I mean, all you have to do is, like I said a little while ago, had his press conference, left the press conference in a suit, went to go visit Wesley in Central, said, I need you, and got him here. So what he's been able to do doesn't shock me. And I promise you, it's not the last wow you're going to have from here to February.
Larry Frank, did you see this coming?
In a way, I'm gonna say 50-50. I don't want to say I saw it coming because I ain't gonna lie to you, Nigel Lee Kelly. I was excited for that one because that was one I didn't see. And obviously Skinner. But then when you think about it, these are guys that with the right recruiter and the right coach would take Miami. I mean, if Manny's here, I mean, why do you think these guys, they were interested in Miami? Manny dropped the ball from the recruiting aspect. I mean, people got to remember, when Manny recruited, or should I say attempted to recruit, Manny didn't build relationships with the coaches, with the local high school coaches. If he felt like he could get you, he'll get you, and then that's it. But if he felt like he couldn't get you,
he didn't even try to recruit you.
Didn't
he wouldn't
even try
to recruit you. He'll pitch and hope for the best. So these guys were initially interested in Miami from the jump. Manny dropped the ball as far as, in the pursuit. But then when you get a guy like Mario that comes in, Mario is coming at you. To me, that's what turned the table. And I think moving forward, we're watching this class, but pay attention. The 23 class and future classes, these are the classes that you can look to be top 5, top 3, maybe top overall, because Mario is an animal with it. So the key is you got to build those relationships with the schools and the coaches and stuff like that. Have you ever seen Manny with high school coaches?
Nope.
No, you don't see him, But I'm here in Louisiana, and all of the last couple of coaches at LSU have made their rounds around all of the high schools in the area to see the best. That is what you do in recruiting. So with Mario doing it, I want to say that I'm somewhat surprised with some of the guys we got, but then again, when you think about it, I'm not surprised because it's Mario.
Hold on real quick. I think we got some noise. Do any one of you guys got your TV up? We got some noise in the background. I don't think. George, you got your George muted himself. Can you hear me, George?
I hear you.
Okay.
But it might be me. I got family over at the house.
So okay. I thought I just I didn't know what it was.
I'm gonna go ahead and mute myself till I have to talk or you guys ask a question.
Okay. So Larry Frank, everything that's going on, I asked the Utah family in the chat. I'm gonna ask you first, and I'm gonna ask George. I said 3 years. How many years do you think that it's gonna take us before we get one of these again, bro? Talk to me.
I would say 5.
Oh no!
Coke Dog said 5.
No,
I said 3.
I'm gonna say 5. The only reason why I'm gonna say 5 is I feel like this. We have made the mistake of jumping the gun. We need to take this in stride. First things first. We need to win the Coastal. We need to take care of business. We need to take care of Pitt, North Carolina, Virginia Tech, Georgia Tech, and Duke. That's first.
Mr. Murray, how you doing, Mr. Murray?
Also, we've got to be able to finish topping off the class. What's up, Benny? We got to finish topping off these classes, finish topping off these positions. The only reason that I say 5 is because you've got these other teams that are already, listen, until somebody takes down the big bad wolf at Alabama, you have to give yourself more time. I mean, I'd like to say 3, but I don't see it in 3 because you have to look at it like this. In 3 years, TVD will be in the NFL. In 3 years, essentially, we will have a new quarterback under center. So at that time, you'd have to give yourself a couple of years after that to have whoever that quarterback is established. In 3 years, you have to basically have your offensive linemen. We don't really have none right now. You got Clark and really Rivers. Those are the 2 dogs. In 3 years, they're gone. So essentially, you have to you have to get the ones that are going to lead you to the promised land. You're getting them now, and you're going to get them next year. That's the only reason I'm saying 5. I do believe if we can hit a home run in the next couple of weeks, we can maybe get to that playoff within 2 to 3. But as far as getting that number 6, I'm thinking 5.
Same question for you, George.
Well, now after hearing Larry's take, I hadn't thought about the whole TVD thing like that yet. But thing with TVD is unless he has a really, really monster year, I don't think he goes to the NFL. So you might have him, but I said 3. Every conversation I've had that they've asked me the same thing, I said 3 to 4 years. So I'm gonna stick with the 3. I know it's a little rush. We're jumping the gun and whatnot, but if this man can recruit like this in 5 next year, on a whole year of recruiting, it's going to be a lot of kids to walk in there and make a difference. And I kept saying this, and I've had this conversation with kids on this team that when Manny left, no matter who the coach was that was coming in, if they stuck together, they had a chance to do something. That freshman class and sophomore class on that young team has kids that can play football. So, and now with this recruiting class, you're going to have kids on this class that are going to make an immediate impact. Might start as a true freshman. So remember, those Manny days of seniority and all that, that's over with. Best 11 on the defensive side and offensive side of the ball are going to play. And
y'all catch that question from Mr. Murray. He asked, do you guys think Skinner will play some wide receiver at time he's 6'6"?
I don't think so. But, I mean, they could run him out there, use him. But I don't. I think they use him as a true tight end.
Everlasting. Talk to him, Frank.
Yeah, they don't have to, because you got enough wide receivers that you don't need to put him at that position. I mean, he's basically another wide receiver. He's like a wide receiver that's going to play the tight end position. He's a hybrid guy. He's another Brevin Jordan, like when Brevin was coming out. Like I said, man, if you have everybody stretched out, hey man, TBD's going to have a field day. So it's really no need to plug him in as a wide receiver, because if you got Keyshawn over here and you got Coleman coming in, he's gonna finish up. He'll be getting in there, and you got the 3 freshmen that we got now, and you got X in the slot, and I mean, you just got too many options at wide receiver.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So no.
To answer Cuban Kane's question,
yeah,
it's going to be here shortly. Again, we are in a dead period now until all these bowl games are over. Coaches cannot contact any of these kids, right. So it's a complete dead period.
5 ranks.
Now he's going to sit and just build his staff and have interviews with the staff and all that. So that's what he'll be up to doing now. I know he oversees practice. He's looking at it from the office upstairs in the Carroll building. I heard he will attend the bowl game, but he'll be up in the suite. He cannot coach it. He won't coach it. He'll just be watching. So as fans, I kind of think that's a good thing, because it's going to give these kids motivation to play that bowl game,
Yeah.
And they're going to want to show out and show him what they can do on a football field. This is going to be really their first game. They can show him what they can do in a game for all these young kids that are going to play. And to me, it's great. So let's see how they react, knowing he is going to be watching them in this game. And the other thing I'm going to say about this coaching situation, the staff, now I'm hearing he's going to not that keep everybody that's on that staff, but he's going to keep quite a few of that defensive staff on board. Apparently, T-Rob and DVD made a big impression on him when they held that meeting with just the coaches that are on campus right now. So I don't know how many he replaces on the defensive side, because I've been hearing that I think a lot of them are going to stay. So I know he is bringing in that tight ends coach from Oregon. So I guess our tight end coach, I don't know if they're going to give him a new position, or I guess he goes elsewhere. But I haven't heard more information on offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator. I keep getting the same answer. And don't know. Defensive coordinator, Muschamps. I don't know. 50-50 feeling about that guy. I know, D, you like him. I know that's who you want. The only reason
you don't really care for him too much, George.
not that I don't care for him. You know what? Not that I don't care for him. Is the thing I like is he's been a head coach. He's been a head coach also, so I guess that's going to help. But how much of a defensive mind is he? I don't. Yeah.
I don't want no recycled defensive coordinator. I just can't do this.
Well,
I can't do this.
I don't think that you have to go big splash on a defensive coach. I mean, who would you say, Larry Frank? Who would be your choice for DC?
As of right now, after what I saw, Derek Mason at Auburn. Derek Mason held his team, held opposition to 22 points a game, held Alabama in check. The only reason Alabama scored 22 was because they had 4 overtimes. That potent offense. And he's been a head coach as well. And he was a defensive coordinator at Stanford under David Shaw. And they were winning when he was doing it.
But you're going to forget about Vanderbilt?
Well, I mean, that was him as a head coach. I'm not going to see, that's the thing. With him as a head coach, I look at his body of work as a defensive coordinator. You know.
What about Muschamp? Muschamp wasn't a bad defensive coordinator when he was at DC, but he was at Florida. Was it Florida? No, he was a head coach at Florida. But
he was a head coach at Florida. He was DC. Let me see, LSU.
We got a caller. Hold on, real quick, Frank.
All right.
It's you talk. Caller, state your name and where you're calling from.
What it do, Jamal Davis? They were from Florida.
Jamal Davis, hold on real quick, man. Frank was making a point. Let him get through that, man, and then I'll bring you right in, brother. Go ahead, Frank.
No, I was just saying he had a couple of defensive coordinator stops. I remember he was at LSU. I mean, he did his thing, but, you know, as I've said before, and I'll just say this right quick and pass it back to Jamal, I don't want a guy that did his thing back in the mid-2000s or the early 20 teens, if that makes sense. I want a guy that's a little bit more familiar with football and has done the job in the last 5 to 7 years or whatever, you know. So
that's fair.
That's the only reason I'm looking at him, you know.
That's fair. Jamal, man, what's up, man? Talk to us. What's going on?
What the deal, man? Ain't nothing much, man. Y'all trying to take everybody, man. Leave something for
Hey, we ain't trying to leave nothing for nobody.
I see.
Tell him, man. Tell him, man. It's our time, man.
Listen.
You better fill a whole team.
Listen. Let me tell you something. Well, if we could take it from him, hey, Dion taking it from Florida State. So you know what? Let's get ours too. I ain't mad.
Yes, sir.
I heard that.
What you got for us, JD?
Man, I'm excited for y'all. Hey, man, Muschamp won't be a bad idea though, man. He was a good defensive coordinator. I mean, look everywhere he go. I mean, not head coach wise, but defensive coordinator, they do good. He just don't get an offense.
Can I say something?
Go ahead, Frank.
Bo Pelini was a good defensive coordinator in the past, and look how that ended up. And I say that to say this. The game has changed. The game has evolved. Back when these guys were defensive coordinators, those RPOs wasn't prevalent as it is now. You know, you had more traditional football, so, you know, it was easier to, you know, hold teams at bay. So how much of Will Muschamp's, I'm going to ask you this, JD, and real quick, and give me your opinion right quick. How much of Will Muschamp's fingerprint was on Georgia's defense? Because was it him or was it the guy that just got the job at Oregon? That's the $100 million question.
I think it was him. The reason why I'm going to say that is because his fingerprint was on Florida defense at one point. I mean, they had a good defense. They just couldn't score.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I got you.
Hello?
Yeah,
we here.
Hey, okay, but and then I go back to say I heard him say that they was going to keep it some defensive coordinator on that side of the ball. So I mean, I hope he ain't thinking about running Manny Diaz defense.
Nah, I definitely don't think that's the case.
The striker has gone to Penn State.
I mean, this the thing about, like, now you finna really see, like, the talent Miami had, because when his defense go and run over to Penn State, I don't think they're gonna be as productive as they was those first couple of years in Miami. Because I mean, Penn State don't have the talent Miami has. I mean, that's just my thought.
Yeah, I could agree with that. They just don't know what they got themselves into. They're looking at 2017
I mean,
and 2017 only.
Right.
Well, they looking at. I think they looking at the recruiting part of it. I think that's why they brought him in. I think they think he can recruit on that side of the ball, and that's where they need some help.
Could be.
Well, remember, Penn State was
he
always
good.
notorious for linebackers. So that's his MO. So if he's going up there and Penn State was considered linebacker U at one point, good luck to him, because he sure ain't got them down here and ain't did nothing with the ones he did get.
Well, I wish him the best. I hope he go in and, he be all right. But I think he was hired too early and immaturely. He should have went on to the other job, and then because I don't think he's a real bad person. And I don't think, he's just a bad head coach. Because, some of the stories I was hearing about, like a control freak, if you let the team you build go do what they got to do, and then, you still going to get the shine because you the head coach.
Yeah. Be the CEO.
Look at Nick Saban, man. Nick Saban get nothing but shine. And his coaches going, they leaving, and they doing well.
Look, and I'll tell you something. Let's be real. If we go back, because, we always talk Nick Saban. I know I'm guilty of it as well. But I want you to look at some of the most stable coaches that aren't household names. Look at a Kirk Ferentz at Iowa. He's had stability over the years. Before he left, look at Mark D'Antonio when he was at Michigan State. He had stability over his years. Even Gary Patterson, before TCU fell apart for him, he had stability over the years. So what was the common denominator that all of them had in common? They were all CEOs. They didn't oversee everything to the point where they didn't let their assistants do what they hired them to do. And that's where him getting hired, being a first-time head coach, that's why I don't believe in guys cutting their teeth at Power 5 schools. Not Power 5 schools like Miami. Now, if you had a bottom feeder, like a Duke or something, that's different, because you ain't got nothing to lose. But at a school that has a brand, that has a tradition, you do not hire a coach that's going to cut his teeth and get, his feet wet in the coaching game. Had he went to Temple, went through all of this, what he went through, it would have made him better. And then if the credentials would have been there, and he would have learned the importance of recruiting, learned the importance of building relationships with the head coaches at the local high schools, learn the importance of following up with some of these guys, learn the importance of looking at the base, the recruiting area that he's in. You're in a hotbed known as South Florida. I've never been down there, but I've seen it. I've looked at it on TV. I've read about it. I've done my research. You have too many athletes down there to not go after the crown jewels down there. I'm sorry. It's no excuse.
Yeah, that's just like me and Devin was talking. I think Devin told me that he didn't even go to one school to recruit. And that's where all the talent at. That's where the fire at.
Come on.
Talking about down at Edison, George. There's a lot of kids down at Edison, huh?
Come
There's
on.
a lot of kids down at Edison, man.
And another thing. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, go ahead, Frank.
No, I was just going to say another thing that I didn't like. The hell is he on Twitter all the time for? That's a problem that I got. That's a major problem that I got. Because the best coaches, they ain't going to say what they got to say on Twitter. They are going to say what they say to the camera, face to face. the best coaches, they don't do that social media stuff. They will tell you, hey, look, we're not doing this. Saban, he got a no social media policy during the season. Quite a few coaches have that. And if you get out of pocket as a player on social media, you getting checked. So for your head coach to be on Twitter trying to appeal to, and the politician stuff, see, that's another problem that I had. So, he got hired fairly young. I think what George Manny was Manny about 40, 47, 48 right now?
That's just about right. Sounds about right. I'll check. I'll look it up for you.
Okay. So basically, I'm 44.
Yeah, 47.
47. Okay, so so 47. So he got hired at 44. I'm 44, and I can tell you right now, at the age of 44, you've got to be able to be beyond all of the stuff that's going on right now with the youth. I understand you're trying to touch them, but
I'm gonna disagree about the age. If you know football, you know football. Because I think Coach Hayes is about what, 40, 45?
He's 44. We the same
44.
age.
Yeah, he's 44.
We the same age.
Coach Hayes.
44. Coach Hayes 44, and that man knows football.
Yes, he does.
True.
It's all about what you know.
Yes, he does.
You could, if you're on Twitter, you just know football. Point blank.
But
if you know football, I ain't got no problem with you being on Twitter.
But that's the thing, Jamal. I don't have a problem with that either. But when he's on Twitter and not talking football and being immature, that's the problem. That's where I'm getting at with the age and the Twitter.
Okay. Okay.
Like if you're gonna use Twitter, if you got football knowledge and you're gonna use Twitter, then use it to your advantage. He wasn't doing that. Right. He just on Twitter, retweeting this and dance moves and throwing shots at other coaches and like come on, man, you can't be doing that. I know Lane does it, but Lane can do that.
What I think they doing is a recruiting tool. Coach Cool. Coach Cool. So they trying to get like instead of what they know. They trying to get them there for likability. But well, that train done sell, so we ain't got the drill on that. But right. I like what y'all head coach doing right now, man. I mean, he making some major moves. I mean, he showed that he's locked in, man. I mean, he hit it running. 4 days, 9 recruits, 9 good recruits, and those 3 stars. Like I said, I don't know who get a star. Them 3 stars might be 4, 5 stars.
Yep.
You got something else for us before we let you get out of here, JD?
No, y'all just keep it up, man, and I sit back and listen.
All right, brother, man. Appreciate you, man.
All righty, boy.
Yep. All right, take it easy. Drive safe. All right.
It's you talk, baby.
Hey, we got another one coming in, y'all.
Let's go.
It's you talk. Caller, state your name and where you're calling from.
It's Derek.
Derek, what's up?
Atlanta by way of where I stay in Jacksonville now.
That's what's up, man. Derek, what's going on, man? Welcome to Utah, brother. Duval.
Man, I watch y'all all the time.
Thank you, brother. We appreciate you, man.
Appreciate
Thank you so much.
Man, I'm so happy, man. I'm 54 years old. Growing up in Atlanta, the Bulldogs ran me to the cane. Everything red and black, from the Falcons to the Bulldogs to the Hawks got red in them too. I'm talking about, man, it just feel like we was cursed, man. So I've been a fan 40 plus years, and I don't think it's gonna take 5 years. And the reason I say that is because I'm looking at what Nick Saban did to get what he had to do, man. This man had to hire 400 coordinators and analysts. He had to get all this money put in the program. Jimmy Johnson, Bush Davis, no, they didn't have to build a program to get established the way that they did. They didn't even have the money. So all you got to do is do like Stellenberger said, keep the players at home and get some competent coaches. I was listening to y'all earlier when y'all was talking about the defense with Manning. Man, even when the team went 10-2 or 10-3, they were still getting gassed up the middle.
Yep.
Say it.
I don't
Say
understand.
it. Say it.
The defense that Miami had back in the day, you never got gassed up the middle.
Sure did.
We done had 3 or 4 coaches from Golden all the way up. Every defense we done had from Golden all the way up, getting gassed up the middle. Randy Shannon never got gassed up the middle.
Right.
They just didn't give him the money to get him some coordinators to get the program up and running. You know, I don't understand what a lot of these people be seeing when they be saying that we did Manny wrong. Now, Larry Frank should know this, being from Louisiana. I got relatives there. Cause I used to date Crow Raymond, first cousin back in the day in New Iberia. But if you lose to Auburn 2 or 3 years, don't matter if you won a championship or not, you fired. Look, go back from the time that Saban got hired at Alabama over the last 15 years after he got hired at Alabama and see how many coaches Alabama had before they got to start winning. You know, everybody giving Saban all these props, man. We got something that no coach had never had. Jimmy Johnson won a championship as a player, won 2 championships or 1 championship or 2 championships as a coach, and he won 2 or 3 Super Bowls. That'll never be duplicated again. So you ain't got to spend a lot of money in Miami to win. You just got to get some competent coaches. I mean, when have you ever seen Miami since the last 2 years where they can't even tackle? I thought you learned how to tackle in part 1.
Speak on it. Preach.
So, you know, we making this stuff difficult, man. It's not difficult. Your boy Cristobal doing the same thing that Snellenberger did. You put a circle around the 3-county area. You keep a circle around the 3-county area. Alabama won't win no more games like they doing. Ohio State won't be winning like they doing. Georgia won't be. Answer this question. How is Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State winning? They winning because they kicking the top players out of South Florida. When Saban was down here as the coach for the Dolphins, he was eyeing all this stuff all the time. As soon as he went to LSU, what did he do, Larry Frank? The first thing he did, he came down to Miami and stole our strength and conditioning coach, Moffitt.
Yep.
That's how LSU got put on the map with Tommy Moffitt.
Speak on it.
That head coach what's the head coach that LSU had back in the 90s, had the mustache? He came from the Jimmy Johnson tree.
Back in the 90s.
Alabama. Back in the 90s, he had the mustache, tall white guy. He played safety for the Hurricanes back in the 80s.
You had Gary DiNardo, Curly Hallman, and Mike Archer.
No, this before DiNardo. Mike Archer.
Mike Archer. Mm-hmm.
Mike Archer. Yeah. See, I'm an old school guy like some of y'all are, man. I know how Miami was before 2001. It don't take much. You just got to get competent coaching, put some discipline in the program, and everything gonna be fine. It's not that hard. We making it hard. This man, Saban that we talking about, has been stealing our recruits for the last 10, 12 years. Manny is a sorry recruiter. And he's hard-headed as a coach. That's why when you think you know everything and you can't listen to people, you're not going to never advance. What Saban always talk about? He sent people around him that know just as much as he does or more. Until you get a mindset like that, you're not going to win anything. So I don't think it's going to take – I'm going to give it 3 years tops. And I think Miami going to be there where they need to be. As long as you keep a circle around the Tri-City area, start pumping up in the North Florida where I'm at, in Jacksonville and Panhandle, and start pumping it up in Atlanta, we ain't going to have no problem, man. We ain't going to have no problem. Hey, and thank y'all for what y'all doing. Keep doing what you're doing, brother. I'm so happy, man. I just don't know how to act right now, man. Because I'm telling you, I done went through 20 excruciating years. I left Atlanta, where I'm from, born and raised, with all those teams underachieving, and then I go 20 years of my Canes not winning, man. This is ridiculous.
Yes.
But hey, man, love y'all, brother, man. Keep up the good work.
All right, man. Love you too, man. Thank you, Daryl. We appreciate you.
Right,
Back at you, bro.
Yes,
Take care. Have a good weekend, sir.
You too.
It's you talk, baby.
You made a good point about how Saban does it, because I'm gonna tell you something. Saban is a devil, because he ain't just doing it to Miami, he's doing it to Louisiana. Because Eli Ricks just transferred from LSU
Thank you, Mr. Murray.
to Alabama.
Thank you, Mr. Murray. Appreciate it. I don't know. Thank you, sir.
And Saban, the little homie, his brother played with my son, Shaz Preston, the #1 receiver in Louisiana, just committed to Alabama. Devontae Smith a few years ago, who we was trying to get at Miami, right up the road and they meet, went to Alabama. So he ain't just doing it to Florida, man. He doing it to Louisiana too. So you know what? Miami need to keep their kids down there. LSU need to keep their kids out here. That's the only way you're going to keep if Saban had to recruit just Alabama and Mississippi alone, he would not have the talent. His dogs are coming from these other areas. When you look at the national championship game last year, and the whole secondary was South Florida, man, that hurt.
It's you talk. Call us. State your name and where you calling from.
Man, this is the 954 straight out of Fort Lickadale, man. Just calling, man.
Kyle Stalling in the building, y'all. Look at that. What's up, Kyle? Talk to us, man.
Hey, I'm following y'all on my TV and on the phone, and I got like 2 or 3 seconds off beat.
Okay.
So just bear with me a little bit.
For sure.
But hey, like I said earlier, it's great to be a Cane fan, man.
What's up, Mr. Bush?
Not the wannabe, the real fan. And the buzz is big down here, man. All the way from where I stay up here in the Fort Pierce, Port St. Lucie area, all the way down south, man. I mean, you going to the stores, you going to just walking around, and I'm always wearing my Hurricane, at least a shirt or a hat anyway. And everybody got the same vision on, hey man, in a couple years we gonna be there. Ain't nobody saying we back now. You know what I'm saying? So hello?
Yeah, we hear you. Go ahead, brother.
Oh, okay. I thought y'all had been clicked out. So Larry Frank, I'm sitting here. I kind of caught it kind of late a little bit because somehow your notifications don't pop up for everybody.
I know, bro. I'm on YouTube about that, man. It's like when you're growing, everybody's getting their notification when it was only 10 of us, man. But we done grow now. Everybody can't get their notifications, man. They playing with the money, but it's all good though, man. We'll straighten it out.
So I'm gonna try to be short because I done came in on the ass end of the conversation. You've been on air for almost an hour already, and I just clicked on, so I'm kind of like behind the curve right now. But
you good?
Getting on to the coach. I like what Larry Frank said. That's when I clicked on when he was talking about he would like to get Mason in to be the DC. I don't like Muschamp because Muschamp, like you say, he old school. He ain't adjust. He might tweak some things as far as on the mentoring to the other coaches, but his scheme is kind of it's kind of like old school, too old school now. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that OC, like you say, it doesn't really matter what OC we get in here. The main thing is running the right system with the players he has. But however, since they got the money to get an OC, a good OC, just don't go for no ass and trash.
Mm-hmm.
Get somebody quality. And the turnover of the OCs and the DCs that's gonna come in here the next couple of years, especially if we keep Mario in here for the long haul, 5 to 10 years, the guys that we're gonna get in here, they're gonna leave anyway. So you might well go ahead and bat 1,000, and since you got the money to pay them, because if somebody buy them out, we gonna get the money back anyway. You follow what I'm saying?
Yep.
But it's great, man. I got a lot to talk about, but I came behind y'all conversations, so I don't know how to kind of filter into it. Unless you got a question to ask me, on my input or my, how I feel about certain things.
What's your thoughts, man? Who did you think was the biggest recruit pickup, man, that we got in the early signing period, man? Who was your favorite?
The linebacker.
Wesley.
I think he's the biggest thing because the thing is that it's a lot of talent still on that central roster, man. They got a receiver down there. His last name's Trader. You know, he's a sophomore, and man, he got a Amari Cooper and everything in him right now. You know, they still got a lot of good talent on that team, and as we seen, when Mario came out of the press conference, he hit the ground running with the same suit on with his musty ass. But he still he went straight to work. But that's a good thing because the thing is that Mario, if you know the history, I'm sure you guys read up on it a lot. Mario was a high school coach down there for years before he got into the coaching side. So he already got the relationships with the coaches already, being a part of them at one point. It just so happened he had, he hit the lick to move up a little faster. But I just hope that he keep the rapport with the coaches, the local coaches in Miami, and he's gaining ground in Fort Lauderdale a little better. Fort Lauderdale learned him a little better due to the fact that he's been recruiting on the college side through the years, so he gained a relationship with the guys in Fort Lauderdale, and I can't see them just seeing us go up, man. I mean, it's going to take probably, I say, about 2 years. That fence going to be pretty high. Right now, we already got a fence up to a point right now where, when Saban and all them other guys come down, and we got security waiting on their ass to come down. So they can't just maneuver through here like they want to. And by signing that guy from that big tight end from ING earlier today, that's just proving a point to college football right now, as far as recruiting wise.
Absolutely.
But I go ahead and get off the net, man, and continue to listen to you guys, man, because like I said, I'm kind of like puzzled. I don't know how to really come at you guys, but I think that, like I said, that linebacker was a big pick that really impacted. And then getting the guy out of Dillard, Kelly, that impact Broward County too. So hopefully that opens up the ways for everybody else. Because next year is really the big recruiting class in Fort Lauderdale. They got about 4 or 5 star recruits, receivers. They got like six of the top 20 recruits as far as receivers in the nation. But anyways, don't let me talk my head off. Hey, I'm gonna continue to listen. You guys enjoy enjoy the holidays, and like I said, it's great to be a Cane fan right now, and we're just gonna keep on pushing and keep learning as this thing grows.
That's what's up, man.
Likewise, buddy.
Kyle Stalling, man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate the call, brother. Thank you. Happy holidays to you as well, too.
You too.
All right, love you, brother. Later.
Well, they'll be seeing a lot of Mario in Fort Lauderdale.
It's Utah, baby.
Yeah, that man's gonna recruit his behind off in all of South Florida. So he's gonna give Saban.
Thank you to Mr. Corey Copeland for the donation. Thank you, Mr. Copeland. Appreciate the dono. Thank you, sir. Go ahead, George. I'm sorry I cut you off, brother.
No, that's good. It's all good.
What you were saying, though?
So I think he's going to give competition to Nick Saban and anybody else who tries to recruit South Florida. So I know.
Thank you, Chris.
Some of the best football talents down here. So trust me, he's going to recruit the heck out of that South Florida. Anything from West Palm down, I think it's going to lock it down as much as you can.
I got a question. I got a question for one of the guys in the chat. I want you to bring King Kyle's comment back up.
I don't know if King Kyle a Miami Hurricane fan or not, but like I say, I play everybody chats. I don't run from nothing, man. King Kyle, who your team is, man? You okay?
While he names his team, I saw where he put up that Muschamp was doing what he was doing at Georgia. You do realize Muschamp is a defensive analyst, right? He's not the defensive coordinator.
He say he Miami.
He Miami?
King Kyle say he Miami.
So my thing is, King Kyle, I'm going to pose this question to you. How can you say Muschamp is doing his thing at Georgia or did his thing this season at Georgia when he was an analyst? The actual defensive coordinator for Georgia just got hired at Oregon. And if whoever the defensive coordinator was doing their thing at Georgia, they had one good year this year defensively. And in the one game against a team that mattered, they got blown out the water in the SEC championship. So I'll wait on your response for that. I love a good debate. So come back at me with that. Give me an answer.
And feel free to call up King Kyle. Telephone number on the screen, 404-981-3997. The lines are open for everybody that wants to call and talk, man. This is the People Show, man. Call up, man. You know, I'll let you go. Do your thing, man. Anybody that want to call up, man, come on and call up. Sigmund, what up, Bob? What's going on?
I saw that crystal ball before I jumped on. Yeah.
We got a caller. It's Utah. Call us, state your name and where you're calling from.
It's Kansas City Cartel.
Oh, man, that's our brother, man. That's our brother, man. That's our brother, man. Kansas City Cartel. What the hell they do, boy? What's going on?
It's Utah, baby.
Talk to us.
Hey, listen. It's always good to represent.
Say it.
The youth.
Say it.
But this might be better. You know, it's a better day today. I'm gonna tell you, man. I don't know what the subject of the night is, so I got in kind of late. But I'm gonna just tell you my thoughts and feelings right now.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot going on between the fan base where it came from Lane Kiffin and it came to Mario, when it came down to Mario. And I was talking to my brother-in-law last night. He was out having cigars and stuff. We was talking, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, what's the major factor when it comes to, you know, success in the game of football? And we went back. We talked about all of Bobby Bowden best teams. We talked about all of Jimmy Johnson best teams. We talked about when the U was the U. And we came to one conclusion. It was the trenches. The best teams we had, when in doubt, we had the best guys in the trenches. And the fact that we got a coach that played in the trenches, recruits the trenches, and this is the second press conference. He talked about how he envisions us building from the inside, the interior out. The second straight press conference, he mentioned specifically targeting the trenches. I think we might be in good hands with this one. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. When we dominate the trenches on both sides of the ball, we've seen what Manny Diaz's scheme can look like. Now, without that production, we've seen what that scheme looked like as well, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
Yes, sir.
So the fact that, you know, I'm excited about, you know, some of these recruits, a lot of these recruits. But if we can solidify the defensive line of scrimmage as well as the offensive line of scrimmage, I'm seeing a lot more guys take interest in the youth. I do believe Shamar Stewart will be a Hurricane.
Kansas City, I got a question for you. Hold this. Lawbreakers just put something up, man. I want to go around to all of you guys and get your take on this. He said, if we lose out on Shamar Stewart, you just brought his name up, is that a huge failure? I'm going to start with you, Kansas City. What do you think? And I'm going to go around the panel.
I'm going to look at it like this. Yes, it's a huge failure because he's in our backyard and there's no excuse.
Okay, hold that thought. Hold on, Kansas City. Larry Frank, you? Give me a yes or a no.
I would say no, only because the time frame of which Stewart was being recruited and the fact that other coaches that would have stock in him. So I wouldn't hold that against Mario because, you know, the time frame. So no.
Real quick, George.
Absolutely not.
No.
I can't. You can't hold Mario to that. 4 days, 5 days max of being able to recruit for Miami. Can't hold that against him. So I say no.
I agree with you both. Okay, Kansas City, go ahead. Talk to us. Finish telling us.
Okay. Well, yeah. So I still believe it's a failure to the program in itself because of the fact that this guy is not anti-Miami. And even we saw the same thing with Najee. He said the same thing, and I believe the fact that Mario is here is the reason why we got Skinner to flip. These kids pay attention. They know power moves when they see power moves. They know upgrades when they see upgrades. And we've always been on his radar. As much as people want to think it was A&M, we was very much on his radar. And the fact that he got a head coach that's from the trenches, I'm not going to put it on Shamar either. I still think he signs with us. But at the same time, I think us not being able to close on him, I don't care if the coaching changed or not, because we've seen what happened, period. Like, we got guys to stay. Does Mario get the credit that we got certain guys that wanted to commit regardless or not? So I can't, I still believe that, and if you are a proven Power 5 elite recruiter, you can close it. But all right, but I just wanted to get back to the trenches, man. I do believe Shamar gonna sign. I think so. But at the same token, that offensive line, I'm very high on who we have coming back, because of their experience, and I do think stacking quality O-linemen behind them, pushing them the way that Jalen Rivers was pushing, the way that Isaiah Walker was pushing this past season. He was pushing guys. And Precious Bust Pipes, we see Corey Gaynor. He went ahead and committed to North Carolina. Hey, more power to the young man, but that's what we need. We need guys pushing guys. Mm-hmm. And I think we shore this thing up in these trenches, man. I think we gonna be in some good hands, and we gonna see some real good football.
That's what's up. Any one of y'all got something for Kane City? We got him on.
Yeah. I think the trenches are being handled on the defensive side with the guys we're getting right now. And I think as far as the offensive side, keep in mind, the guy they hired, I call him Seamus, the dude with the mustache.
Talking about
the one
the
the trainer or whatever. I look at him and it's like you could look at him and he looked like he threw it off. But that's them throwed off ones is the best ones because they really can get you developed. And the thing about it is the offensive lineman got pushed around and dominated so much. So you knew the strength and conditioning, and then look at the injuries and all of that. So you knew something was missing with the strength and conditioning. So I think with this guy coming in, I think, his system was proven at Oregon. I think with what we have right now, I think he can get them better because in the ACC, we should at least be able to dominate, the opposition in the ACC. Now, we go to the playoff and draw Ohio State, draw Alabama. That's a different story because these guys have had years of conditioning in their program, in those respective programs. But I truly believe this guy that we got, I don't even know his name. I just call him Seamus because, like I said, I look at him and immediately I start thinking of Seamus. I'm thinking he gonna bro kick somebody.
His name's Aaron Feld.
Aaron Feld.
What is his name?
Yeah, Aaron Feld.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm going to have to write that down because I don't want to keep calling the brother Seamus.
Calling that man old WWE wrestler.
Yeah,
right?
man. Because every time I look at him, I think he's going to say, lift the bar, fella. Lift the bar, fella. But, I think to answer your question, man, it's coming. It's coming. And, I think he's going to get the right guys. I really think that you may miss out on a lot of quality offensive linemen. I think he can get some, but he won't get the number that he wants. I think Mario's going to get those linemen via the portal. until he can beef up through high school and get these guys in from high school. You know, and one more thing I wanted to say right quick when you were talking, I didn't want to get off your topic, but going back to Shamar right quick, remember, Mario recruited him at Oregon, so there is an established relationship there too. So possibility is there, not just because of Miami, but also because, see, that's the thing. Mario has a lot of established relationships with these guys, a lot.
Yep.
So I can't wait till February because I think that's where the big surprise is. We're all going to be pleasantly surprised in 5 weeks.
I agree.
My thing that I want to take from what you just said, as far as the portal and quality O linemen that we may be able to utilize, what I like is the fact that Mario knows what to look for. Okay, I trust him more on evaluation, especially within the trenches, than I've done with Manny. And that's just, you know, I know Manny not here no more. I'm tired of talking about him too. But I'm just saying, as far as player evaluation, especially within the trenches, I trust Mario. As far as knowing what to look for, the fit that he needs, the dogs that he needs to do what he needs to do. I'm tired of these lovable, cuddly, you know, teddy bears. Now we need some grizzlies, some Kodiaks, some polar bears. We need some killers down there.
Speak on it.
So I'm very confident and very excited to see what he does with the portal, just to kind of add a little more depth, because we still very young on the back end of that offensive line, very young. So allow what was his name, Eric Feld or something like that. Allow him to do his thing, get them boys juicy, like you say, juicy. And I'm excited, man. I'm ready to renew these damn tickets. Yeah, man, I'm ready to renew these tickets, but I know it's a process, and I'm willing to trust the process. Long as we don't see these 4th and 17s and all these crazy same olds and these 500-yard rushing games from North Carolina and all that, you know, I can see us dropping a couple here and there, but as long as I see discipline and accountability along with that, that lets me know we took a step forward.
Say it. That's what's up.
Thanks.
That's what's up. George, you got something else for Kansas City?
Just to follow up on the Aaron Feld, he is ranked number 1 strength and conditioning coach in all of the United States. In case y'all didn't know that, so
yeah,
this guy's he's a beast. If you don't follow him, go follow that dude. That guy's one funny dude on Instagram. So that's where that juicy video came out of. But if you haven't seen it, it's funny.
Yeah, and I want my strength and conditioning coach to look the part at least.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you. When I was with Caneville and I was on the sidelines, you know, with the camera and stuff, I was bigger than Philly, a little guy. You know, I get it. I'm sure he did his thing. I'm just saying, you know, I want my guy to look like a Batman villain. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I want my guy to look like he finna go tear up Gotham City or something. So yeah, I'm riding with Feld. I'm gonna check him out, and hopefully we can definitely get the best he got to give to our guys. You know, I don't think one last thing before I go. A lot of our fans been talking about opening up the Samoan pipeline and the Polynesian pipeline. I get it. I understand. They are very athletic. But there's a whole nation we got here. You know, I honestly believe that Mario gonna be able to find the quality we need. You know, we don't necessarily have to start recruiting straight up, you know, Samoans just to, you know, fill the O-line. I know a lot of people was worried about that. They was like, man, we gonna get, you know, listen, name a Samoan on Alabama O-line. You know, just trust the process, fellas. It's relax. Let him do what he do. He played the position. we gonna be in good hands. Shout out to Deion Sanders for stocking the world. I love disruption. Disruption is good for college sports. Disruption is good for sports as a whole. That keeps people accountable, and that opens future doors, because people like to when you disrupt something, they start adding countermeasures, and before you know it, when the smoke clears, everything, the playing field sometimes may even up even more. So cheer on the disruption. Trust me when I tell y'all this. What Texas did with them O-linemen, okay, y'all want to do that? Okay, let these boys down here work their magic and talk to who they need to talk to on the legal side, so we can go ahead and call up our old school, our cocaine cowboy money, and
you're bringing Griselda back in. Come on, Kansas City. You're bringing Griselda back.
Get these deals done, so we can go on and get us get our NIL deals done. Don't worry, trust me. Cheer what Deion and Barstools and all them did, because trust me when I tell you, Miami, this is the spot. I'm telling you, this is the spot, and the deals that's gonna come through. Oh, we gonna get big fish. Just watch and see.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely.
Cheer it. Don't say, oh man, he got a number one. Don't downplay it. No, cheer it on, because it's gonna, trust me. They opening the doors for us. We still scared to make deals right now. We still scared to give them $10 for a burger. We still scared. Nevin got us scared. But now they open the doors for us, and once these boys put their heads together and know how to do this the right way, and these NIL deals the right way, they gonna throw money, and we gonna get the ones we want. Trust and believe. So y'all be easy, man. I'm gonna get back in the chat. I'm gonna watch the show. Larry Frank, you know what it is, beer gang.
Yes, sir.
And
yes, sir. All the time.
It is what it is, man. I'm gonna enjoy the show.
Man, appreciate you, Kansas City. Hey, check your email too, man. I responded to something you asked me. I left my number in your email, so holler at me when you get a minute.
All right, I got you.
All righty, brother. You take care, man. Have a good weekend.
All right, later. You too.
Later.
All right. Later.
It's you talk, baby.
Hey, answer that question, George Diaz, because that's one I got too, man. That's a good question, Ken Smith. Can we get transferred Johnston Flo and T2? Somebody like that, because Flo was out there in Oregon, right? What do you think about him?
He was supposed to hit the transfer portal. He still hasn't done it. So waiting on that. But if he does hit the transfer portal, he's on his way to Miami. And T2, me and Larry talk about him all the time. I see him down here.
Just a matter of time.
Okay.
Yep.
Matter of time. That's what's up. Well, talk to us, man. You guys got anything else before we sign off tonight, man? I know y'all kind of got in late, man. So y'all got anything y'all want to touch up on before we get out of here?
Go ahead, Larry.
Now, Frank?
I'll say this much, man. I know a lot of people, and I get it. We all got the PTSD. I know a lot of people are like, well, Mario this, Mario that. But I will say this much. In the last 20 years, you name me a head coach that's come in here with the accolades. Name me a head coach that has been proven that came in here. I hear what people are going to say, the Pac-12 ain't got no competition, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, whatever. At the end of the day, competition or no competition. The guy hasn't come in here. Hey, Miss English, how you doing? Competition or no competition. The guy did not come in here with 193 season over Temple like Al Golden. Competition or no competition. The guy did not come up in here having got a job at Temple because he had one good season perception-wise with a defense. Competition or no competition. The guy was not promoted from within the staff. The guy's coming in here having won a conference, been in a Rose Bowl, contended for the playoff, national recruiter of the year. So guess what? We got a real one in Mario. Now, I'm not going to put the the standards up on him right now because I'm going to give him time to do his thing because he absolutely needs his time. I do believe that Mario is going to get us where we got to get, but I think Mario is actually that coach. I think next year, Coach of the Year, Mario will be in the conversation. Him, Lincoln Riley, those will probably be your top two in my opinion.
George Diaz, what you want to close out with, brother?
Close out with enjoy what we got so far. We got more on the way. Like I said, we got more wows coming. So we signed 9. We also got that defensive lineman from USC in the transfer portal that D was talking about at the beginning of the show, Jake. Also the corner from Alabama who's coming down, Banks.
What's his name, George? I heard about him. What is his name?
Marcus Banks.
Banks, okay.
Yeah, Marcus Banks. Before I jumped on the show, I was listening to you at 8, but I couldn't log in till like 8:30. I had seen that we got crystal ball, and I had been hearing this since yesterday, that the wide receiver transfer from Clemson, Frank Ladson.
Daryl, go ahead and call in, Daryl. Hold on real quick, George. Go ahead and call in, brother. I got the line here just for you. Come on.
I saw that too.
Go ahead, George.
Looks like Frank Ladson's coming down
from Clemson
also. Mm-hmm. And then right before the show, also Tyrek Stevenson's coming back next year.
Right.
Oh, he is. So yes. He's not going pro. Okay.
No, he's coming back.
Okay. Good.
And I believe Lou Hedley's coming back to punt for us again.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I heard. I shouldn't be saying this, but we'll let it out there. He apparently tore his ACL. He punted like the last 2 or 3 games off a torn ACL.
What?
Yeah. So he doesn't want to go prep for the NFL like that. But yeah, he's coming back.
Wow. Still effective with a torn ACL. That just goes to show how good he is and just credit to his ability.
Hey, Darryl, if you want to call, man, 404-981-3997.
And while you're waiting on Darryl to call,
man, and get your take.
While you waiting on
Darryl. Go ahead, brother. No, you good. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say while you was waiting on Darryl to call, I just want, while it was fresh in my mind, if Stevenson comes back, you got a Georgia guy from Georgia, SEC corner on one side. Banks comes in, that potentially gives you a guy contending from Alabama. You got SEC cornerbacks on each side. You're getting recruits out of SEC country. The only way to take them down is you got to go into the belly of the beast. So that's all I wanted to say.
That's what's up, man. Darryl, I guess you may call us on the next show, brother. But again, man, I want to thank my guy Larry Frank, man, and George Diaz, man. Thank you guys. The plan was not to come back until after the New Year's. I think that's Darryl, right? No, that ain't Darryl. But the plan is to it was to come back after the New Year's, but we got the bowl game, and we're gonna do the pregame to that and the post game. After that, we got some stuff going on. Everything is gonna be redone. I want to start directing everybody over to the website that is being created right now. So it's gonna be nice, man. So after the bowl game, just give me a little time. Like I say, we'll probably be down maybe 3 or 4 weeks. But when we come back, we're going to come back right. Y'all already know. So, again, George Diaz, y'all going to see him, man. He's going to be a familiar face, man. He's been with us since day one, man. So when there's news to be had, we're going to bring George on with us. I think this, Darryl. Y'all hold on real quick. It's you talk. Call and state your name and where you're calling from.
Darryl.
Hey, Darryl, how you doing, brother? We was waiting on you. How you doing, sir?
You know what? I think I might be dyslexic, man.
What happened?
I might have been hitting 3 9-7. I don't know. I don't know how that happened.
It's all good. We got you
Hey,
now,
hey,
man.
I've
Talk
done
to
that,
us.
bro. I've done that. You good?
Listen, fellas, man, I thoroughly enjoy y'all show, man. Y'all got great chemistry.
Thank you.
And
Thank you, brother.
y'all bring it, man. I love listening to y'all.
Thank
And
you,
like
sir.
one of the callers said earlier, he said that he wasn't getting notifications. Well, when I first saw you guys, it was after I started watching some other shows, and then it was weeks later when I saw like the video for y'all show. And then I took a look at it. I was like, well, these brothers got like 11,000 subscribers. These people that I've been watching, they got like 2 and 3 and 4. I'm like, how have I not been seeing them? So I don't know. I was like, well, is something going on with the algorithm, or I don't know what was going on. But I just want to say, since I've been listening to Kane's shows on YouTube, y'all right there at the top, man. Y'all at the top for real.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you,
Yeah.
brother. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So it's just a couple of things I want to address tonight. One is my cousin. He played at Florida State. He was big time wide receiver down there, and we talked football every day, mostly rivalry stuff. Kane, FSU, talking trash back and forth all day long, right? So we talked on signing day, and the safety that we got this year, Williams. The safety we got, his last name is Williams this year.
Mm-hmm.
The one that we just picked up, right? He
Marquise.
coached against him. Marquise. He coached against him when that kid was a freshman, right? And he was like, he'd been hearing this and that and the other about the kid. And he said, well, we're going to see what he got tonight. So my cousin was like the offensive coordinator. And he was like, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my fastest, best receiver in the slot and see what he's going to do. And he said, when this kid was a freshman, there was nothing they could do, nothing that they could throw at this guy that he couldn't cover. And they said he said he was doing this as a freshman in high school. And he said ever since then he's just been a beast. That kid, I don't know how many stars he got, but my cousin, and I trust his judgment because he got an eye. He played pro ball, all that. He got an eye for talent, and he knows what it looks like. We got a star in that kid from what he's saying, right? So I know a lot of people are bringing up a lot of other recruits that we're excited about, and we all should be, because we got a great group of kids, man. That group we got, it might not be a lot of them, but they some balls,
Definitely.
right? So that's what I had to say about the Williams kid. The other thing I was going to address was Larry Frank was talking about Muschamp and Mason. Now, I would love to have Mason. I just don't know if we'll be able to pull Mason off. Will he leave Auburn to come here? I mean, if I were him, I would, because he ain't about to win nothing at Auburn out there. But if he could come to the SEC and be our defensive coordinator, we could be in the ACC championship this year, and possibly make some more. Because I look at it like this, man. I know a lot of people projecting out like 4, 5, 6 years, but think about this, fellas. We were a victory away, or a loss away, basically, from going to the championship game, going to the ACC championship game under Manning. Like, I mean, our side of the conference is trash. It's trash. So with TVD coming back, the rest of this offensive talent we got coming back, if they get us some decent, I know he's gonna get better than decent coordinators. Even if we keep liking, we get coordinators. We are winning the Coastal easy. So that just leaves us to go up against whoever is coming out of the other side. Clemson is down.
They're finished.
Y'all,
in
so
my opinion. They're done.
They down and out.
Yeah. We are closer to winning big
than we think. I really do think so because the talent that we're piling up, even before this class, and I know it's going to be added on because listening to everybody talk about the other guys that we're going to bring in, the recruits, the transfers, this, that, and the other. Our class is going to be super. Our class is going to be really nice. But just given the talent that we had last year, if we had played anybody coming out that other side, if we could have gotten to that championship game with Tyler Van Dyke as our quarterback, we could have beat anybody coming out that side.
Mm-hmm.
And next year, I don't see us losing games like we lost in our conference because our conference is terrible. Terrible.
It is.
I don't see us losing those games. If we mess around and get in that championship game, I feel like we dusting whoever coming out the other side. That's gonna put us in the playoffs. That could put us in the playoffs, fellas, real quick. And that's what I had to say about that part. And back to Muschamp. I hear a lot of people saying like, and I'm not that like that other caller that called in talking about Muschamp, but I'm just talking about coaches that people are writing off in general. Like for instance, Muschamp. Would not ever want him as a head coach. But as a defensive coordinator, I think he's very good. And there's another name that I brought up before too on the board that a lot of people are writing off, Kevin Sumlin as an offensive coordinator. And people just wrote that up. He's old, he's washed, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. I could understand where these people are coming from if these guys were removed from the game. These guys were never removed from the game. Sumlin was just the offensive analyst under Lincoln Riley, who actually he helped coach, helped teach through the Brow system and all of that stuff like that. Like a lot of these guys come from what Sumlin did back in the day. All of this, like this open offense and a lot of this air raid stuff, a lot of those concepts, he did that stuff at Oklahoma, right? And he's still in the game, active in the game. Same thing with Muschamp. Yeah, he was at Georgia as an analyst only, but and he was not calling his defensive plays, but he still can, and he was right there with the best defense in the country. Yeah, a lot of people say maybe he can't cover all of these spread offenses now, but he's right there. He never left the game. He only left the game as a head coach, but he never left the game. And y'all guys know it's 11 on 11. It ain't that much changing in the game. And I feel like if we did get Muschamp, I think he'll be a great hire as a defensive coordinator. With that passion and fire that he has, and and that discipline that he instills in his kids too, like those kids won't have nowhere to run. Like they got discipline coming from everywhere. And I just feel like he would not be a bad hire. Mason would be a better hire for sure. And I just like y'all comments on anything I just said and who y'all like as offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator.
I would probably say Ken Dorsey would be my choice. If I had to pick for OC, that would be mine, Daryl. What about you, Frank?
I don't really have a specific one because this is how I look at the OC position. Now, you can go with Dorsey. That wouldn't be a bad pick. You can go with Joe Brady. That wouldn't be a bad pick. You can go with Herman. You can go with pretty much anybody. Because here's the thing. The game itself, the college football game of today as we know it, has evolved into something different. All of the teams that you see today, they're just running different variations of the same thing. The route trees are a little bit different. The terminology is a little bit different. All you would really have to do instead of locking yourself in on a specified guy, maybe with a lot of hype, just go down the channels from conference to conference and just look at who's consistently having a good offense that's scoring points. Because, it's just where the game is. So, if I had to give a name, I'm okay with Dorsey because I look at what he did with Cam. I look at what he did with Josh Allen, to have him come in here and mold TVD, that'll get him NFL ready. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with Joe Brady because he orchestrated the greatest offense in college football history, the passing part of it. So I wouldn't have an issue with that. I don't have an issue with Tom Herman because as an OC, you saw what he did at Ohio State. So I mean, he can, you know, he wasn't a good head coach. So any one of them would be good for me.
What about you, George?
Yeah, I don't have a favorite. I think it was the last show where I said that I got the news that basically Joe Brady's locked in to be the offensive coordinator here. It's just a matter of working out details and stuff like that, which Mario was out recruiting, so that's why all this has been. You haven't heard nothing, but now that it's the dead period, you're going to start seeing him build his team or his coaching staff. And my source told me that it was Joe Brady, so I guess I'm gonna stick with that name. And me and Larry talked about it. Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of experience on the offensive coordinator side, but he was the mastermind on that passing game with Joe Burrow and LSU, so I don't have a problem with it.
And you can use that as a recruiting tool. You can keep quarterbacks coming here because you can use what he did at LSU, a Heisman winner, a number 1 overall pick, won a national championship. I mean, go into a quarterback's living room and hey, this is what I did over here, so imagine what I could do for yours.
I agree.
You got anything else for us, Daryl?
No, that's it, man. Y'all keep doing y'all thing, man. Love tuning in, man.
Man, we
Appreciate it,
you,
boss.
brother,
Thank you.
man. Thank you,
Thank you,
man, for
bro.
supporting the show, man, and continue to call in, man, and talk to us.
Oh yeah.
All right, brother. You enjoy your weekend and take care.
Y'all too, man.
All right.
It's you talk, baby.
Going back really quick about that player he was talking about, Markeith Williams.
Mm-hmm.
What I tell you, Larry, when we spoke before the show, when you asked me about what I thought about that 3-star what was his name? Jaden Harris.
Jaden Harris, out of Atlanta.
So I don't know too much about him. We talked about this before the show, but I did tell him Williams was that one DB that guy is something serious on that football field.
The DB from Evans.
Williams.
Markeith Williams.
Markeith, yeah.
And he's a safety,
Orlando, right? Yeah, that's the one out of
Orlando. Yeah, he's they have him marked as a safety. He's gonna be a corner.
I was about to ask it because that safety position is kind of locked in right now.
Yeah. He played a lot of corner though in high school.
Yeah.
Like, he played back and forth between corner safety, but he's going to be playing corner.
Okay.
I mean, unless he could come in there and beat Cameron Kitchens or James Williams, but I don't know about beating James on that safety position. It's a bad boy.
James kind of got that locked in.
So, I mean, I think on his signing paper, it brought him in as a defensive back. Yep, that's exactly what it says, defensive back.
So that means he's
Calvin, I don't think so, man. I don't think so, Calvin. What's up, Calvin Dixon, man? Is Alonzo still going to have a role at UM, man? I think that ship is passed again, brother. I don't think so.
Yeah, we talked about that last show.
Yeah. That would have been for a coach that didn't have the know-how. If Manny would have been retained, I think you would have saw that.
What's up with Bolden? What's you hearing on Bolden? He gone?
Yeah, he's gone. He's going to the NFL.
All right, family. This has been real. I want to say thank you to everybody who tuned into the show tonight. Mario, again, can you bring these back, man? Shout out to Ricky Dunn, man. All of you guys send stuff in to the show. Ricky Dunn sent this ring, man. But we want to get back to winning these, man, the real rings, man. So, Mario, man, we want one, man. ASAP, man. I say 3 years. Larry Frank say 5. What you say, George Diaz? 3?
3. I said 3,
say about 3? 3, baby. Look here, man. It's been real, man. Love you guys. Love everybody. Thank you to the chat. Great show, man. Let's give everybody a round of applause before we get out of here. Thank you, guys. And like I said, definitely coming back 2 more shows. And we're going to get everything right, Daryl, man. I'm trying to, like I say, everybody's going to be coming over to the website. It will be done. I will have it where we're going to be able to come straight to the website. All the content will be over there. Shout out to Coach Hayes. Shout out to Screeter. X. What's going on, fellas? They're my guys. Love all of you guys. So y'all know how we start every show. And you know how we end every show. It's been a hell of a week, fellas. It ain't no us. Without you, baby. And we out. Safe weekend to everybody. Take care. Love all of you guys. It's you talk, y'all.
It's you talk, baby.